If you are new around here, then hi, nice to meet you. And if you're returning, then thank you very fucking much for coming back. We all know how it goes now. Today's video is going to be something that was inspired by Cara C. I will link her channel and her video that I'm actually talking about right up in this corner here. It's about kind of brands that I want to try in 2021. Now I am going to make a point of making myself much more aware of what I'm buying in regards to, I'm not just going to see someone and be like, I need that, add it to basket, buy it, you know? Fair enough. We're all guilty of it, don't fucking lie. Like, you've not done it, because we all fucking have. Anyway, so this video is going to be a little roundup of things that I want to try next year, because these are brands I've had on the back burner. They've been on the radar for a little while now, but I've just never ever got round to picking them up. Or maybe it's a matter of shipping and things like that, and I've thought, is it worth it? So now I'm thinking, do you know what? Next year, am I going to bite the bullet and am I going to go for it? So we're going to have a little chat about that. I try to do low buys every other month, so to speak. It's difficult in December, because in December you're buying maybe for, like, you've maybe just picked up a lot of things on Black Friday, or you're buying for other people. But then January is also my birthday month, so it is quite difficult for me to be like, yeah, we're no buying in January. But I do try to do a no buy or a low buy every few months. I'm trying to be more aware of that in the coming year, just because, more so to do with, I don't want to be wasteful rather than I'm needing to save money. I managed to save, I'm a little squirrely person. I managed to save money, it's okay. Don't worry about me, there is dinner on my table. I'm not buying silly pallets from Matt McGrath and not eating dinner. Don't worry. So if you haven't been here before, my name is Alana. I'm a 30-something Scottish lady. I do like the odd sweary word on my channel. I do say fuck, shite, bugger quite a lot. Can't help it, sorry. So if you're not into that sort of thing, totally get it. You can skedaddle right now. And otherwise, you might have children running about, and I totally get it. You might want to just turn that down a wee bit. But if that sounds like your cup of tea, then just keep on watching. This is also your word of warning to get a cup of tea, a coffee, as I always say, whatever you want, a libation. And actually, look, I made gingerbread cookies. I'm not happy with the icing. The icing that I bought, the nozzle is too big and it's not nice and delicate, but it's the best I could do. Look, actually, look at my gingerbread man. He is a little bit terrifying, isn't he? Alright, so I've added a few things to my wish list that I thought I would talk about. I think I'm going to start off with the bougie brands first. Why not? Then we'll go into like more indie brands, and then I'll do a little bit of skincare. We've got a little mixture here, lots of different things going on. So we're going to start off with the bougie brands. Oh god, I nearly choked on a bit of gingerbread there. Oh god. Oh my god. Nearly killed myself before I've even started today. Right, so bougie brands, what we're going to talk about. I think I did allude to this in one of my most recent videos. We are going to talk about Miss Charlotte Tilbury. So, as I said, like, the whole aesthetic of Charlotte Tilbury has never won me over. It's always made me feel a little bit like, it's a little mumsy. It's a little like middle class lady. Like somebody who is like, you would see in the street and then you'd be like, God, she looks like a really well put together lady. You'd be like, God damn, like she looks really good for her age. But equally, always well manicured, always has the hair or the blow dry done. Always wearing some sort of designer bag. Like, she's just a little up there, you know? And that person who I feel Charlotte Tilbury kind of proceeds to be is not me at all. It's just, I've never ever had this kind of feeling about it that I'm like, oh yeah, that is definitely a brand that is right up my street. So for that reason, I've always been a bit like, I don't know if I want to try this. But obviously as time goes on and lots of people are speaking about her and a lot of people are speaking about the makeup, I think, should I try it? Should I give it a bash? Now, I mean, this picture here, I've just brought up my phone. I'll pop it here so you can see. I mean, it just, to me, it's like an array of pink, to be honest with you. So I'm like, I don't even know where to start. Some of the things I have seen that do really interest me is the little like Instagram videos or shots that they do, and it's like this gorgeous like shimmer on the lid, and it's usually a cream product that they use as well, and it's like a kind of one and done look. That really intrigues me because that is right up my street. I don't know what those are called. That's a problem because I've never ever bought from her before. I don't even know where the hell to start. Is it Eyes to Mesmerize? Is that the ones, or is that just like... The other thing is she has so many like little captions and phrases and things on products or little brands within the brand that I'm like, I don't I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously Pillow Talk is renowned. Everybody knows about that. Everybody's heard of that. I think if I was going to try something, it would possibly be one of these shimmery shadow type things, because I think that's something I would get a lot of use out of, whether it was winter or summer. And potentially a lipstick, or maybe a blush. You know, one of those blushes that looks like a bit like a boob, like it's got the dot in the middle, it looks like a dartboard almost. Potentially one of them. But if you have any other ideas for me, or you think there's other areas that I should be looking in with regards to Miss Tilbury, then please do let me know, because I think this is a brand that I will eventually buy into this year. I just don't really know where to start. A lot of people tell me about the foundations as well, but as I'm not a big foundation girl, again, I'm not sure where I would start. Maybe the Light Wonder, the Youth Boosting Perfect one. Maybe that is going to be light enough, because I don't really like wearing a heavy foundation. So maybe there, I don't know. But I think for me to just go straight in and buy a foundation would be silly, because it's not something I use loads and loads of the time. So I certainly think I'm going to start off with the shadow type stuff. I've just seen it there. It is definitely the eyes to mesmerise stuff that I'm talking about. So maybe next year I will look into that. Please leave your comments below and let me know if there's anything in Charlotte Tilbury's range that you think I should look into, or would you be interested in seeing me talk about? That would be great, thanks. Just let me know. Okay, next up is Victoria Beckham Beauty. Now, there's a lot of things in here as well. Sorry, excuse me, just while I continue to eat my gingerbread. Oh, I nearly fucking broke my teeth on that one. Oh my god. So I made gingerbread. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. So I made gingerbread, and some of it is super duper like nice, softish gingerbread cookies. And some of them are like crunchy, which I kind of like. They're a little bit burnt, but why is that? Do I need to leave them in less time? Alright, so I've just said that I would quite like to try Victoria Beckham Beauty. And then I've just seen this Instagram post, and now I'm like, come on, Posh Spice, what is this shit? So this was actually one of the things that I'm really interested in. It's her lid lusters. You can see where I'm going here. What are the things I like? Easy, one on and done, sweep on the lid, go. And I mean, I know I love doing lots of like crazy eye makeup, but from day to day, or even in summer, like there is nothing nicer than just like a sweep or a wash of something glowy or glistening or a little glossy on the lid, and that's what speaks volumes to me at the moment. It's certainly what my heart is desiring. So these are her lid lusters, and I was like, okay, fine, these look super duper pretty, super duper what I'm into. But then it says the healing and protective power of real crystals is infused into every shade of lid luster. Did you need to do that? Did you need to go all juju gaga on me? Like, no, shut up, just sell me the fucking eyeshadow. Yeah, but there's quite a lot of really pretty colours there. That is something I would definitely want to look into, and Victoria Beckham Beauty as a brand as a whole is something that certainly piqued my interest. Also the Posh lipsticks. During Black Friday she had a really good deal on, a really good sale on, and I did have them in my basket, a couple of them, and I thought, bugger it, I'm just gonna treat myself. But then I was like, look at the amount of stuff that you've picked up on Black Friday. Like, do you really need this? No, you probably don't. So I just had a moment of sensibleness and was like, no, you don't need it. But I do have to admit, I would really like to try these Posh lipsticks. I think they look really nice. And the pack, everything about it, it just speaks to me as a total basic bitch. Like, I think it's amazing looking. So Victoria Beckham Beauty, that is certainly one that I'm going to have a little investigate. Have you tried any Victoria Beckham Beauty? Comment down below and let me know what you've tried. And if you've not, what would you try? What would you be into? Another high-end one is Chantecaille. Now, Chantecaille has always been on my radar. I can't say that I've not known about them. As long ago as, I don't know, maybe like 6-7 years ago, I remember Makeup by Tiffany D. Does anybody remember Makeup? I'm saying that like she's still not around. She is absolutely still around. But Makeup by Tiffany D, she is a very old school YouTuber. She's been around for a long time. And she never like blew up the way other YouTubers did, but she's always had like a decent sized following for a decent amount of time. And she's just like, she's one of these people, like, I don't watch her so much nowadays, but certainly like when I see her odd video every now and again, I'm like, it's funny because you feel like you've watched her for so long, it's almost like you kind of know her. So I remember her speaking about this brand years and years ago, and I think it was a foundation product she was talking about. But obviously in more recent years I've heard, or recent year, because Teresa's dead, so I've only found her in this last year, but in the most kind of recent months it's been people like that who've really been speaking about Chantecaille, and I was like, I really, you know, is this a brand I need to look into more? I can get it here in the UK. You can go into Space NK, you can see it. I know you can't swatch anything just now, like, I know that, I get that, that's fine. But you can actually like try things out here in the UK. So is it something that I want to look into? Again though, Chantecaille is a brand that I go on and I'm like, where to start? Like, what is their standout, standalone, like, what's it called, hero product? What is it? I don't really know. So a lot of the time when I've heard Teresa speak about them, she's spoken about the powders. Now I don't really wear a powder, so for me I was like, meh. Is there something that they do that you think would speak to me? Do you know? Because I'm like, it is a brand I've always known about and I've piqued my interest. I've had the odd item in my basket on Space NK online, but I've just never ever bit the bullet. So this coming year, sorry, I'm gonna keep my eye on them. And if anything comes out that I think, right, that's right up my street, I'm gonna get that. I have to say, probably most recently, the things I put in my basket from Chantecaille were it's like a cream bronzer, I want to say. It was like a tinted gel type bronzer, because I was desperately trying to find the right type of bronzer for me, as opposed to, like, I didn't get on with the Fenty one. A powder one is okay, but I prefer the kind of look of a gel one. So I'm pretty sure I put that in my basket recently, and I know they do like cheek jellies and stuff as well. And then there's part of me that's like, you have so many cream blushes, like why on earth would you have another one? But that kind of stuff speaks to me, so I think I'm going to keep my eye on them this year, and I'll see what they release this year. And if anything really piques my interest, then I might take the plunge and pick something up from them as well. Okay, just before we move on to like skincare and kind of more indie brands, this is my last kind of luxury beauty thing, I suppose, but it is definitely a fragrance. It's Replica. It's Maison de Mar... I know, you all knew that was going to go to shite, didn't you? It's Maison Margiela. Giela? Is that how I'm saying it at the end? I'm probably fucking butchering it, I'm sorry. But again, something that's been on my radar for years. Like, you'd see the odd person, they'd have like one of the bottles. You would see they would have the odd bottle in the background, like if they're taking a flat lay or like a beauty shot or something, they would have one of the bottles. So I've been aware of them for a very long time. But most recently, when I was on Cult Beauty, I seen they were doing a set of a lot of different fragrances. I think, was it 10? It might have been a little bit more than 10, but it was like each trying one of the fragrances, and it cost £30. And I thought, as a gift set, that's actually quite a nice idea, because if it's an expensive perfume and you're like, where do I start with this brand? Like, I don't want to pick something up and then I end up not liking the fragrance, you know? And sometimes you need to wear a fragrance for a few hours to see how it settles on your skin to decide if you actually like it or not. So for that reason, I thought that looked like a really nice gift set. May pick that up for myself after Christmas, because I don't think anybody will have the savvy. That sounds horrible, but I don't actually think anybody will have the savvy to pick that up for me. I've not really mentioned it, to be fair, to any of my family or friends. It's alright. It's not like they don't know. I just maybe haven't mentioned it. Probably just kept it to myself. But when I seen that, I thought, so I'm kind of sitting on that just now. If it goes into the wee January sales, if there's a little discount in January, then I might pick that up. And then on the basis of that, I might pick up a full-size perfume if I like them. I really enjoyed the Zara fragrances last year that were in collaboration with Joe Loves, I want to say. They were gorgeous, and actually I've still got quite a few of them. I bought one for Christmas last year, and then I bought one in my birthday last year, and I bought quite a few of the travel ones and used them up throughout the year, but I still have quite a lot left in the 2 initial bottles. And again, fragrance is one of those things you don't want to go picking up too much of it because it goes off, it wastes, and you don't want to like waste money. Alright, so moving on to skincare now. Now there is only 2 things in skincare that I've saved. I can't promise you, because skincare is absolutely my Achilles heel. Like, that is the area when I'm just like, I need this, and I need this, and I need... And I no doubt throughout the year of 2021 will pick up lots of different types of skincare. But the 2 that I've got on my wish list for this year so far, and I've kind of thought, haven't picked them up, would like to pick them up, would like to see more from them, is Pharmacy Beauty. The only thing that puts me off them, right, I've said this before, I don't like it when companies are trying to put themselves under that clean beauty selling point. Like, I don't like it. Now, I've seen a lot of people speak about the Green Clean, I want to say it is, and it's like a cleansing balm that I was very, very interested in. And obviously Green Clean might just mean that it's, you know, a cleaning cleansing balm, but the fact that it's called Green Clean, I was like, are they trying to say it's like, you know, it's clean beauty? Yeah, I don't really like that, because it kind of suggests that other companies or products and things like that are not clean, and then maybe they're dirty. I just don't like that selling point. But I have heard a lot of good things about this product, so I am really like eager to just have a little look, little see. I also had seen, was it Cara had said about the honey stuff, honey potion was it, and honeymoon glow. Like, there was a few things. They also have like a daily greens, is it a moisturizer or something? What is this? Cheer me up, with something to do with cherries. They've got a lot of things on there that I think looks interesting. Honey Halo. Now Pharmacy, I have heard British bloggers, British beauty YouTubers, things like that speak about a long time ago, like a while ago. And it was more to do with sheet masks and things like that. I've not heard them be spoke about in the UK for a long time actually. They just look interesting. They look like things that I'm interested in and that I might like to try, and they're available on Beauty Bay as well, so keep yourself posted. There probably will eventually be a pharmacy haul at some point next year. Alright, another skincare brand that I'm very interested in and have always kind of known about is Good Molecules. It's Good Molecules. Again, a really old school YouTuber, Vintage or Tacky, Cora Avalier, if you've watched her. Like, I used to watch her years and years ago. Her, X-Sparkage and Makeup by Tiffany D. They were like 3 people that I watched all the time, at least a decade ago. And I remember her talking about Good Molecules many, many, many moons ago. And at that point I was like, oh, can't get them in the UK, that's a little bit shit. Now recently I have seen a few people, like influencers, if you want to call them that, on Instagram, and they are influencers who are local to me, who I speak to, I have spoke to before, talking about Good Molecules, and some of their posts and stories have said #ad-gifted. And I was like, right, okay. I know that James Welsh has spoke about them quite a lot as well in recent months and years, and I'm like, okay, but are they available in the UK? Like, where do I buy them from? Is it just their website and I would need to get it shipped from the USA? Like, I wasn't sure, because certainly everything is still in US dollars. That doesn't mean to say it would necessarily put me off. I've bought from other US companies before. It's just when it's so easy to get other skincare products on either Beauty Bay, Boots even. They have, the Boots have the Inky List and the Ordinary now, and I get points on that as well, so it's like, oh. But it is a brand that I've been intrigued by since I heard Cora speaking about them a long time ago. So again, this year, is it going to be one that I want to bite the bullet on and be like, do you know what, I'll just pay for the shipping? Is it worth it? Do you know whether it is or if it isn't? If you do use Good Molecules and you've used the likes of the Inky or the Ordinary or CeraVe, etc., all these other brands, because these are brands that I've spoke a lot about, if you have used Good Molecules and they are just as good or worse even, will you let me know? Will you comment and let me know? Because I just want to know if it's worth it for ordering from as far away as the US to pick this up, or is there somewhere in the UK that you can pick Good Molecules up from? let me know. Alright, so let's move on to some makeup now. Now the first one is not going to be like some amazingly indie brand. I think everybody knows who they are, but a brand that I have never ever tried is Colourpop. I know, right? You'll be like, what? Like, everybody knows about Colourpop. They release something every other week. How do you not, have you never tried Colourpop? But the honest to God truth is, I've just, again, with the shipping, it's just always been a bit awkward. There's nowhere to get it here in the UK. And there is a lot of things from Colourpop that I'm like, I would love to try that. And when they had their big Black Friday sale, I almost, again, in my basket, had like the whole set of lippy sticks, and I had like a set of palettes, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go for it. And then again, sanity kicked in, and I was like, do you really need this? Probably not. So I decided no. But I reckon this year is probably definitely going to be the year where I lose my Colourpop virginity. At least if I try them once, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you give it a go once and it's not that good, then you just don't go back, do you? So if I give them a whirl and I think, yeah, that wasn't as exciting as it should have been, then I'll not bother again, and that will have satisfied my itch, so to speak. So maybe I will try them this year. I think I'm definitely, every time I see something from them, I'm like, it's such good value, but then it's not because I have to get it shipped. So if I got Colourpop stuff, I would want it to be worth it. I did really like the Raw Beauty Christie stuff. Again, I really liked her Pure stuff as well, and I would happily support a creator like Raw Beauty Christie because I think she's hilarious and she's beautiful, and her wee baby, oh my god, honestly, my heart is just dying inside every time I see her post something new or a new story at the moment. I'm just like, oh my god, I could just eat the both of these. But yeah, like, that makes me sound a bit witchy, doesn't it? I didn't mean it that way. But anyway, I just think I wanted to support these people that I've looked at for a long time, people that I've watched for a long time, and then it's like the shipping and all that other stuff, and it becomes a bit of a falderal. It just becomes a bit of a fucking whole mission to do it, and I can't be bothered. So, and if you're in America and you're like, you know, no, absolutely, Colourpop is not worth the hype, don't waste your money, I want to know why. Is that because it's like readily available to you, so you can just pick it up anytime? So you've tried quite a lot of palettes and you're like, well, do you know what, this one palette was good, but the other three I tried weren't. I more want to know what that one palette was, rather than you just saying to me, no, it's not worth it, because I think I am going to end up ordering from them. So I just want to know what the good stuff is, rather than like telling me it's shite and don't bother at all, because I am probably going to bite the bullet. Another company that I've been interested in for a little while now, and always find myself saving their things on Instagram, is M Cosmetics. Especially the little blushes. The little blushes in the bottles, oh my god, they just look adorable. The packaging of them, everything that they do is very, I hate to say it, but it's like that cool girl chic. It's a little Glossier, it's a little like that, and it is a little up my street. I like the aesthetic of it. I think it looked really nice, but again, not something that I can readily get my hands on here. I think, again, something that I would definitely be like, okay, I'm gonna take the plunge this year and pick up a few bits, and I want to know what the good things are from them, because I just think they look really interesting. I like, as I say, the aesthetic. The palettes, I'm gonna say, they're like little palettes. They're like a hexagon, but then inside they're like a pizza. Those don't illuminate me. Those don't illuminate me? Is that a word? Is that a phrase I can say? They're not bothering my nose, that's what I'm trying to say. It's definitely more the complexion stuff, like the blushes, the kind of bronzers, and the lip stuff, the kind of washed out, that sounds bad, like the stain on the lips type thing. That's more the kind of things that I'm looking for. Everything about them that way certainly interests me, but probably not the shadows. I probably wouldn't be that bothered for the shadows, but maybe you've thought otherwise. Maybe you've tried the shadows and actually you disagree. Let me know. So Milk Cosmetics, I again have known about them for years. I think Jamie Genevieve was the first person I've seen speaking about Milk Cosmetics, and she was talking about it was like a stack of eyeshadows, but they were like neon, I'm sure. Like, it was like a little stack, and they had all these funny, like, crazy colours, neon colours in them from years and years ago. And I, from that moment, was like, okay, who are you? What are you doing? Can I try you? And obviously now, like on Beauty Bay, we can get Melt Cosmetics. It's not difficult to get a hold of them. But since then, because I've just had them sizzling away there on the back burner, I never ever purchased, and I didn't really think I was that bothered about it until recently when the Beetlejuice palette came out, and then I've just been seeing so much stuff from Melt Cosmetics, and I think the Beetlejuice stuff looked kind of amazing. All the looks that I've seen created with these palettes look fucking amazing. But if I'm honest with myself, do I need either the Waiting Room palette or like the Beetlejuice palette? Do I need them? No, I probably don't. I probably have enough in my collection. Like, well, no, I don't have anything in my collection like any of those two palettes. But is it things I'm going to routinely use? Probably not. And for that reason, I fucking love Beetlejuice. I love it. It is one of my favourite films. It's, again, sorry to be a bit sentimental, something that reminds me of my dad, because it was probably, like, it's a kid's film. Like, you can get away with letting a kid watch it. But at the age I was when it was out and about, it probably wasn't the first thing you'd be showing your kid, because I was dead young and I thought I was Lydia. Like, even that young, I did like little girly things, but equally I loved being a bit dark and weird, and I loved all these weird and wonderful things. I liked Alice in Wonderland, that was always a bit weird and wonderful. I liked reading the book. I liked all these weird and wonderful things, making myself sound like I'm dead interesting now, don't I? You know, one of those people that's pure like, this is exactly a did your eye moment. This is exactly what this is. When somebody's been like, I've always been a little bit different though. And you'd be like, did you? Aye. That's exactly what this moment is. I apologise. But I was always a wee bit weird and wonderful. I liked being a wee bit weird and wonderful. And Beetlejuice reminds me, because my dad would be like, you like this movie, hen? You'll like this one. And he'd put it on and he'd be like, it's just brilliant. We would just watch it. And my mum would be like, this is shite. What is this shite? I'm not watching this. And I'd be like, oh dad, it's great. I love it. So I love Beetlejuice. It's one of my favourite films. It's so good. So I would buy it for being a fan, but the reality of me using those palettes is very slim. So when I'm looking at all the other things, I'm like, what do I need? And I can't remember if people were saying that the 420 palette was the one that was really crud, or crud. Why did I just say crud? Shite. If it was the one that was really shite. Or was it the Smoke Sessions palette? Because it's the greens that is alluring me with Melt Cosmetics at the moment. I think both of those palettes, even though like the 421 is a little bit more autumnal, I would say, it's the greens in both these palettes that are making me like, hello, hey lover, how you doing? But I'm kind of like, I don't know where, there was this one as well that somebody commented on, the Gemini palette, that one as well. I was like, it's definitely the green ones that are making me be like, yeah, I need this in my life. Like, I need to buy something from Melt Cosmetics. Just gorgeous green tones, khakis, like kind of grungy khakis. That is absolutely speaking volumes to me. And as someone who has like brown eyes, I really like wearing a green shadow. So yeah, let me know below about Melt what you think. But for now, that is it. I am very nearly finished my cold cup of coffee. Anyway, so that is it for now. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know what you are going to try in 2021. Are there brands, maybe there's brands that I spoke about that you've never tried before and you're thinking, I'm going to try them now. Or maybe any of the brands that I've mentioned in this video today, you have tried loads and loads. Maybe you are a fucking connoisseur of that brand. Then please let me know below. There is a little subscription button down here. Please leave a comment. As I say, have a little discussion down below about things that you have maybe tried or want to try in 2021. Don't be a fucking asshole, as I've said in the last few videos. If you're not going to fucking say it to my face, then don't act like a fucking keyboard gangster, alright? I hate how, like, I'm trying to make myself sound tough and I'm the biggest fucking, I'm a big wuss. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm an absolute wuss. But anyway, tie this up. I will see you all again in the next one. I hope you've enjoyed this and I hope you are enjoying your festivities and the lead up to Christmas, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye!